Hi guys, Traveling Kimchi here. So today I just wanted to talk about some documents I found were universal in programs of teaching English in Korea. So if you're thinking about teaching English in Korea, just listen up for these documents because most likely you're going to need them in no matter what program you apply to. The documents I found that you really needed to apply to in most programs were the FBI background check, the Apostille, the passport, 2 recommendations, sealed transcripts, resume, and visa. So with the FBI background check, if you're not sure you want to teach in Korea or you're not sure what program you want to go with, I would just go ahead and apply for this anyways. It's really not that expensive and it takes about a month to process. So even if you're not sure, you should just go ahead and apply. And if you're not sure what program you want to go to, every single program is going to require this document anyway, so just go ahead and apply for it. For the FBI background check, you're going to need a set of fingerprints. You can get this at your local police station and it costs about $10. After you have your fingerprints, you can go ahead and mail that with an application form for the background check and a payment of $18. And I've listed below a website and the address that you can send this to. Double check with the website just to make sure the payment amount hasn't changed, but right now it's $18. So here's a little cheater. If you've lived in the same state your whole life, you actually don't have to apply for the FBI background check. You can apply for a state background check. So in that case, you just get the state background check, you send it off, get it apostilled, the end. So it won't take a month and a half. It'll probably take about 2 weeks total. So if you've lived in the same state your whole life, in a way, you've been very lucky. Next is the apostille. Now basically an apostille is a document proving that the document it's attached to is real. So once you get your FBI background check back in the mail, which can take up to a month, you're basically going to send that out again with the background check, the request form for the apostille, and then a payment of $8. And once again, I've listed below the website where you can look up the address to send it to. In total, everything costs about $36 and it can take about a month and a half. So this is what I'm saying, even if you're not sure what program you want to do or you're thinking about doing it, just go ahead and do it. Just because it takes so long, you don't want to be, decide that you want to teach in Korea last minute and then you're running out of time because this one thing takes a month and a half. So if you're thinking about it, just go ahead and do it. The next thing is passport. If you're sure you want to teach in Korea and you're sure you're going, then you need to apply for a passport as soon as possible. A passport can take up to 12 weeks to process. If you pay more money, you can do it in 6, but hey, everyone wants to save $1. So if you're sure you're going, apply for it about the same time you're applying for the background check, as it's going to take a long time. The things you're going to need for your passport are $140, an application for the U.S. passport, evidence of citizenship, present ID, a photocopy of the ID you're using, and a passport photo. You can get these passport photos basically anywhere, Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, anywhere. They're about $10. I've listed below a link that will show you the requirements for the passport and then the different payments for the express method. So if that's something you're interested in, I've listed the link below, so go ahead and check it out. Recommendations. On average, you're going to need at least 2 people to write recommendations for you. They usually only take professors or employers. So make sure you have at least 2 backups who are okay with writing or know you well enough to write you one. Depending on the program, they might not even need to write you a recommendation. CJIS personally emailed these people and sent them questions that they were asking personally about you. Talk, on the other hand, has like an actual format that it wants them to how they want to write, and then Epic just wanted a recommendation. So make sure to check with your program with what kind of recommendation they want. Sealed transcript. Basically, most of these programs require that you had either some college credit or that you graduated. So you're going to need to get a sealed transcript from your local college office, and these usually cost about $10. Just make sure you get one that is sealed in an envelope with the stamp. A list of your credits printed out on a piece of paper isn't going to fly, so make sure you got it sealed. A visa. Basically, you can apply for a visa once your passport comes in. So once you get it mailed in, just go ahead and look up your local Korean consulate. Basically, you can just Google Korean consulate and then the state you're in. Along with your passport, you're going to need a contract that you have with the program, a certificate of appointment, your visa application, and $45 in payment. So basically, this means once you get accepted into your program, they're going to send you back your contract that you signed, and it'll have the program signature and a stamp. So basically, you're going to send that, they'll pile of paper to them. There's also going to be in what they send back to you, the program. It's going to be kind of like a certificate looking thing saying like, oh, congratulations, you've been appointed to teach English in Korea. You're going to send that to the visa application too. So along with all this, make sure to also send your passport, not a copy of your passport, like your passport. Are you ready to send off for your visa? Stop! Double check your passport. Make sure you've signed your passport. If you open your passport, you'll see your picture and all your information. On the top is a bunch of text and then a line for your signature. Make sure to sign this before you send off for your visa. If you don't sign it, they can't stamp it and you just waste a lot of money paying for express mail. So, basically, sign it before you send it off. So these are the documents that I found that were universal in most English programs. So if you're thinking about it, just go ahead and hop on the horse, get ahead of the game, and go ahead and apply. CJIS was the last program I applied for, and it was really fast just because I had all these documents built up from the first 2 programs I applied for. So, get ahead of the game, stress less, just get these documents in line, because you're going to need them for whatever program you decide to apply for. Thanks for watching The Traveling Kimchi.